let's have a bit more of a go. So, yeah. So, anytime there's two major positions. So, if I'm here, right, I basically am going to end up going to a small position, either this way around, or if it feels appropriate, so if it's on this side, I'd always be here. If I was saying chest to chest here, I would switch, and I'm in my sprawl. So I'm putting my weight, switching the weight between my hips. Note that really the sprawl, which is really like resting move, is actually just an upside down version of a technical stand-up, right? It's all kind of maybe messed my head up there before, but it's just the same thing. Yeah, so if you actually look at the configuration of it's just an upside down, reverse version of what we've just been doing. Because when we start putting our body into situations where we're creating pyramids against our base, pyramids are where structure is best found, right? That's why the Egyptians built. And then you create a pyramid. So if I'm doing a forward roll, right, I create a pyramid in order to turn my body into a ball, right? So there's this incredible relationship between like protractors, when you're at school with the compass thing, with your protractor, and you have a pyramid that draws a circle, right? These things are just an inverse relationship. So when I'm laying sideways in what we call the Kesa positions, right, I want to be able, the more of my body I take over Gary, the more weight he carries, right? So if I start here, hum Gary, here, right? So that's basically what's happening to his diaphragm. And there isn't very long that you can like live with somebody doing that, right? His energy, when I'm putting all my weight onto him, his energy bar is doing this. Mine's staying pretty cool. If anything, I'm getting probably a bit more mentally confident as well, because I'll hear this, he's breathing, I'll hear him, I'll know that he's suffering. The higher you go, the more he suffers. But the challenge I've got is this tipping point. We've been sort of talking about this tipping point, where he can now begin, as he turns this way, the thing is, it's much easier for him to roll me. If I'm a bit here, if I go here, roll me now, so it's hard for him to roll me, but there's not much weight on him, because less of my body, look how much of my body's on him. Right? What we're really trying to do is put our entire body on, what we want to do is put our entire body on top of him and then not having rollers. And if you get that, a lot of people will just tap to the pressure. Even really seasoned guys will just tap to the pressure of just you having your whole body weight sat on their diaphragm, stopping them from breathing. And that's a level that, you know, very easy to show people lots of submissions, and, you know, if you're very strong, you might get them, but if the other person's big, you likely won't. Still, if you do this to them, the size difference is not really that as pronounced. So we're going to start going really quite high up on our partner, and what I want to work on this is actually just pulling with my feet like this. So it's kind of like a technical stand-up, but I'm pulling with my, so even that leg is pulling. Can you roll me now, Gary? So I'm just pulling with my feet. So rather than me having it like a kick here, and it's a pure technical stand-up, I'm pulling with both legs, and this wants to be, and John said this as well, Lee, this needs to be an obtuse angle, so it's big. I don't want that to come in an acute angle. Because if it's an acute angle, then you definitely will roll me. So roll me. I don't have any bite there. And so this is just a basic idea. The actual arm configuration for now doesn't matter. Like, you know, in reality, I might be under this arm, I could be round this head, whatever. But it's basically the side of my body is on it, and I'm pulling. So he tries to roll. I'm just pulling. And as John says, you pull down into his body. So I'm trying to pull down into Gary as he goes from the other side. And I try and pull down into him rather than to my feet. It might look the same, but apparently it's different. It creates a difference. So I'm pulling, it's almost like I'm pulling down into it. There we go. Yeah. So let's get a partner. Let's just have a go at that. Just like a couple of goes each, 2 for 2. Yeah.